Football League.
That's my heart.
And now, your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. We don't expect this year to be any different.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29. 44 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
A chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Cowboys.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it. That's into the hands of Tolbert. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end. Dallas got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Hurts. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Prescott. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they run the option on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed, first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On first down, it's Blue. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Now Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. And when makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
Cowboys field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38th.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now swing pass for Dillon. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 47-yard line.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Down to lead 25. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go draw here. Blue. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Rolling to his right. His short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there and now get some points on this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Brings up 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Now loose football. The ball comes out. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. He'll drop this down to Williams. And able to get this with a costly 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He finds Pickens over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From the 37, they work on second and 6. And again, it's Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 6 yards.
Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Eagles with a dime look, 6 DBs on third down. Prescott to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Byron Young now with his second sack here on opening night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they pull one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
2nd and 5. Now we give up the middle to Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And from the open man, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Blue trying the right side. And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
To throw is Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Play, first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brings up second and inches at the Eagles' 7-yard line.
Prescott now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
George Pickens from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And a lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Now they can't bring him down. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. but he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Prescott on play action. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll end up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real option for him to throw it downfield.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. On the return, Jackson. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 and the 47-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this dangled into about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. On the move past the 40. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They convert on
seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They go play action with Hurts. And able to get this down inside the 15, even the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
7-yard gain. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way, no gain at all for the offense.
Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the 1st.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Prescott. Targets Lamb on the comeback. The pass is complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Eagles, 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, flipping to hit the guy in the backfield. Rod's hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Blue. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ran up by the luxury, that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, people diabetic. They mouths get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the educated and they yelling.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Hurts and the Eagles now down 27-24. Just over 1:40 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Steps away to his left. And he's out right at the 25. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Dallas, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.